If you were part of a union or working class people who were allowed to build a better life in the middle class in America, you fucking listen to us. Because if you're out there buying those fucking hats that these swindlers are selling at that fucking fair, I'm sorry kids, I know there's kids here, then you're part of the problem, and I'll tell you why. Because you're being duped by the greatest swindler in the history of the world. You're being duped by a bunch of grifters and billionaires who don't give a shit about you or your family. They care about their fucking tax breaks and the money they can put in their pocket. If you consider yourself a patriot and you're spouting off that election denying shit, I will fight your ass outside if you want to. Wake the fuck up! We're working class people! These people are the fucking rich, the billionaires, and they don't give a shit! Thank you for listening.
Never have thought I'd attempt a McCartney song, but help! She needs somebody, help! Just anybody, help her if you can, she's feeling down. I think Melania's being kidnapped. Look at the face. Can we zoom in? Something isn't right. Help her if you can, she's feeling down.
Just wanting change. The rich people want it, poor people want it, everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before.
Right, we move on from Melania Trump to just a question. It is just a question. JD Vance, I think, would like to be Trump's VP. And well done, JD. It's been a long time since I saw a politician wearing eyeliner.
Republican president, that's very important. But you also need somebody, I think, who is willing to use the leverage that we have. And it's very simple. The way the framers set this up, Maria, is Congress has the power of the purse. We cannot force Joe Biden to do anything. We can't order the military around. That power vests with the Article 2 President of the United States. What we have is the ability to say you don't get money for your priorities unless you do what the American people need you to do. And unfortunately, whether it's Mitch McConnell or unfortunately too many House Republicans, there's been an unwillingness from our leadership to use that leverage. If we put our foot down, Maria, if we said to Joe Biden, you don't get another dime for your priorities until you secure the border, he would do it because he would have to. Unfortunately, you have way too many Republicans who want to accommodate the president's policies instead of actually push him to fight.
Can you imagine your claim to fame when we look at your legacy is Nepo Trump? You were married to, well, Eric Trump. You know the guy. Not out anywhere near charity. I'm not being over dramatic yet. Caught. Google it. But anyway, Lara Trump has now got her hat on the moolah, on the money. Yeah, she's in control of the finances, and that's given her carte blanche to just go off script. You think I'm joking?
Tell me about the states that you're zeroing in on. I saw a piece today that in Pennsylvania, the fracking boom is weighing on Biden's reelection. People are feeling the impact of bad policy. Are there states that you're zeroing in on either to underline bad policy or to ensure that you're policing the rules of the road?
Yeah, well, listen, every state matters, obviously, but there are the key battleground states, I think, is, as Michael mentioned, that we really do have to focus on. Pennsylvania. Michigan, a state that was a huge win for Donald Trump in 2016, I think we can get back under our belt. Georgia, a state that Donald Trump also wants to focus highly on. You're going to see another huge fundraising haul out of that state next week as well from President Trump. And so listen, all the battleground states we're highly focused on. There are 19 key counties around the country. We must win in order to ensure Donald Trump becomes the 47th president. We are incredibly focused on doing all that. And by the way, just to piggyback on the election integrity component, anyone out there who wants to volunteer to do any job whatsoever, whether you're a lawyer, you want to volunteer, a person who wants to ensure that we have free and fair elections, which, by the way, every person, Republican, Democrat, or independent, should want in this country, protectthevote.com. Come join us. Come ensure we have free and fair elections, because, Maria, quite frankly, if we do not, nothing else ultimately matters. We are not able to call ourselves the United States of America. America anymore.
Look, I think that we are seeing right now that this election truly, truly matters on national security, on every one of these issues. When America is weak, the world is a far more dangerous place.
President Biden wants to flag wave about how well the economy is doing. You know, I've been home for the last 2 weeks, Maria. People just don't buy it. People recognize that it's getting harder to live your dreams under the Biden economy, and it's unfortunately because a lot of that net job growth has gone to the foreign war. What a disgraceful commentary for the president to be bragging about an economy that's benefiting illegal immigrants more than American citizens.
That is just astounding, Senator. And all day Friday, we heard all this celebrating about this jobs number.
I almost forgot. Slap wrist. The chair of the Jewish Space Lasers Committee has just got an endorsement from Man's Got No Balls, Kevin McCarthy.
I think they made a mistake by not funding Israel earlier. I would utilize it. We have the ability to help Ukraine with no American troops. That's what's been happening.
No, but
at
Mr.
the same
Speaker,
time,
we know
secure
that.
our own border.
But just people that you really like, that are your friends, conservative Republicans, are no way want to vote for Ukraine aid. So does Speaker Johnson just get Democrats, a handful of Republicans, and pass it anyway? And if that does in fact happen, Marjorie Taylor Greene says she's going to look to recall him like what Matt Gaetz did to you.
You know, sometimes when you find out the truth, I just need 60 seconds of your time to tell you something. When I was growing up, there was a series on TV called The Mr. Men. We need to add a new character, Mr. Desperate. Mike Johnson is beyond desperate. He's the sort of person that needs likes, needs retweets, all of that social media stuff that boosts his ego.
The story of Mike Johnson is a story of a collaborator.
Is nothing there. He is like the most insecure politician you can imagine, where he even has to bring along Elise Stefanik to butter his backside. His policies are here, there and everywhere. He says whatever he thinks he needs to get the attention of the former guys. Plays any card, has a black son.
My wife Kelly and I, when we were newlyweds, we took custody of a young black kid in Baton Rouge. We were living there. Michael, he's our son. And he
hates homosexuals, plays the religious card. You tell me right now, in one sentence, one word, sum up Mike Johnson. Oh, that one's easy. FOS. We have a better description.
No, but what she's doing is much different than what Matt Gaetz did. She didn't make it privileged, so it's not up for a vote. And the one thing I've always found about Marjorie is she's a very serious legislator that deals with policy. And the best way to deal with anyone like that is sit down and talk to them. I don't believe the Speaker has spoken to Marjorie. I think if you sit down and discuss, you understand you have Congress, that you don't control all. You have to find common ground in between, and that can be done. Those are two conservatives that can do it. But the one